Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've done a video for you guys, and I thought, it's about time to make another one. But this time I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna share with you what I've learned. I'm not gonna give you the exact thing per se, but I really still I hope to see you, to toy with the settings and to come up with your golden setting, that kind of thing. And yeah, and to find something that actually works for you and understand why it works for you. I am still standing on the point whereby I don't believe in giving free settings because you will not learn. And I also believe that uh, it's been a while now, and I've not seen actually anyone taking the effort to make a video to actually equip you with the knowledge onto how to set your EA to perform as it should, and you understand why is it doing what it is doing. So this video is gonna be a rather long one, and I'm gonna assure you this that if you stick with me for the next, I'm thinking it'll be another next hour, I can assure you that it'll be worth your time. Okay, you're gonna get good content out of this video. Now, having said so, some disclaimer here is that I'm not a professional and I'm not a financial advisor as well. I'm actually probably just like you. It's just that I spend a lot of time toying with settings and try to understand how the EA works. So I thought to just share it with you so that you can just skip a few steps, save some money, not to lose that much, that kind of thing. And yeah, will do you good. So yeah, this is not the only way. This is one of the many ways that you can use, and I hope it works for you. So let's jump straight to the video. Okay, now if you haven't purchased any of Strukhov's EA, please do so right now. There are just so many out there. Buy them all. Seriously, buy them all, because each and every one of them, they do different things. They are based on different strategies. They use different methods to open trades, close trades, and then there are different options for you to play with, and so on and so forth. And the good news is this: there's an offer going on right now. If I'm not mistaken, it's 30% off. Okay, so the price that you're seeing here right now, okay, antivirus 199 is already at a discounted price. I remember when I first joined Strukhov's group, antivirus was like priced at $600, okay, and it is only priced at 199 right now. So please get it if you haven't, okay, because I for one, I like antivirus. Okay, it's been proving to me over time that it works and it is quite safe. I'm not saying that you would not lose money, but it is much safer than the other EAs that Strukov has to offer out there. I'm also not saying that the other EAs are not good. It's just that it is safer. Okay, so if you have not gotten any of these EAs, please do so, okay, before the offer ends and the price will be doubled, and you'll be jumping up and down, that kind of thing later on. And on top of that, there's also another ongoing offer that applies to whenever, wherever, whatever. Okay, if you buy one, you get one free EA. Okay, so if you buy, for example, Checkpoint, you can get antivirus for free, but the free copy is only limited to the account. So it is locked to the account that you give Strukov, and then that EA only will work on that particular account. Okay, so we're gonna look at we're not gonna go through all the EAs that that Strukov has to offer, and then how to set each and every one of them. I'm just gonna choose one that is used by many people, I believe, which is Idea Pro Gold. Okay, and most of the parameters that you see in that EA, it is also found in other Strukhov's EA as well. So whatever I say or whatever we'll be covering in this video on IPG alone, should the theory, the idea should apply to the other EAs as well. Okay, so yeah, get them now if you haven't already. Okay, so we're gonna look at idea pro go. Okay, let's go to our terminal. Okay, this is MetaTrader 4. Idea Pro Go comes in two versions. One is for MT5 and the other is MT4. So choose whichever you want. And MT5 has faster execution speeds. But I also realized in one of my tests some time ago that MT5 is not able to open orders as symmetrical or as equidistant, of equal distance from one order to the next compared to MT4. I don't know why, okay, but somehow I noticed that. So MT4, MT5, IPG, they are the same. Okay, it's just that how it opens orders, that's another thing altogether. Now, for those of you who have watched my videos before, you should know that I only trade on Go. Or if you have seen me posting messages or results on Strukhov's group, I only post results that I trade on, and it is based on gold. So first things first is you got to choose the EA that you like or that you want to work with. Okay, master it, take time to test it out, play with the parameters, master it, and then only you move on to the other things. Okay, run it on the demo or run it on the send account, whatever. Okay, so have a taste of it, how it performs. Okay, and what does it do. Okay, so now Go, let's open the Go chart. Where is Go? There you are. Okay, Go. Okay, chart window. So this is the Go chart window. This is on a 1 hour time frame. Normally I trade on the 1 minute time frame, and this is what you'll be able to see. Okay, this is how Go moved towards the end of last week or throughout the whole last week, that kind of thing. Okay, yeah, it was on Friday 21st. Okay, so it looks very cluttered, so let's get rid of the grid. Let's make it bigger as well. Okay, and then let's look at bars. Okay, now if you were to just slap an EA onto the chart and just let it run, you're seriously gambling. Like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, and you just hope that it works. You're just trying to get lucky with it. Don't. Okay, I'm gonna show you in this video how you can make it more effective, okay, and more accurate. And now these are some of the EAs that I have. Some because I don't believe installing all of them, because I have different terminals for different running on different EAs for with different settings and that kind of thing. So I'm still testing to find the sweet spot, for those settings. Okay, so Idea Pro Go. Now you should know that in order for the EA to work, you first need to have this auto trading thing turned on. So press on it and then only attach the EA to the chart. Now this is the standard parameters that you get to play with. Okay, most of it are self-explanatory, but I really want you to pay attention to a few of the items or parameters that I'll be focusing on today. Okay, hedge. Okay, set it to true. You need to pay attention to the max orders as well, because if you do not limit this, your EA might not perform as it should, and I'll explain to you why later on. Start lots. Okay, don't be too ambitious. Okay, having 10,000 in your account doesn't mean that setting this to 0.1 will keep you safe. No, it won't. Okay, because no one knows how the market will move, and if your settings are not the optimum one, and your EA cannot close positions as and when the market retraces, then you're doomed. Okay, so your account would most likely blow because your EA could not find room to retrace, okay, so that it can close in profit or close with stop loss or whatever. Okay, so you got to take note of this. Start with 0.01. okay, then you got to look at lot multiplier. Okay, default is 1.5. Now there are many arguments out there saying that 1.5, it is very risky, it is very high, and I can tell you for sure that it is not high. Well, it all depends on your settings actually. But if you were to run 1.5 and the distance is at 200 for gold, it is high. Okay, and I explain to you why. Okay, so these lot multiplier and distance, they go hand in hand. Okay, so if you want to change this, you better change this as well, because if you don't, I'll show you later on why. Okay, max lot, you got to set this as well, because if you don't, and if you think that your EA can run based on 5 lots and open a 5 lot and 5 lots after that, unless your account size is very big lah. If not, it won't. Okay, take profit. Okay, take note of this. Now, because this EA runs well, most of Skrill's EA runs on martingale, normally we do not set this stop loss, but it would be quite wise, or it could be quite a strategy as well, knowing that, you know, because this is all about risk management. Yeah, risk management is the key to, you know, successful trading, because you know how much you can lose, and you have decided not to lose much more than that, or what you can afford to. So setting a stop loss, all these fields are in points. So if you take points and divide it by 10, you get pips. Okay, correct? Yeah, I'm mistaken. Yes, so you divide it by 10, you get pips. Okay, so take profit 100 here, so divide it by 10, it means 10 pips. Okay, 10 pips, yeah, 10 pips. Okay, so take profit, yeah, I don't really remember, it's just that I know the values, that kind of thing. Okay, so stop loss, if you want to set it, is okay. Okay, just to know how many dollars you can afford to, you know, lose or risk on that particular instrument that you're trading on. Okay, trail start, I love using this. Trail step, I also use this as well. Now, another thing that you should take note of is max spread as well. Different instruments, they have different volatility. That means how fast or how spiky the chart is. Okay, so gold, you have it like this. If you're on GU, you know, British pound, on US dollar, you have another different range, that kind of thing. So if you were to set this to a figure that's comfortable, that is quite safe, it would help your EA not to open too many positions when the market is unstable. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, max spread is something that you should definitely look at if you want to be very, very safe. You know, when you trade using any EAs, not just Skrill's EAs, but any EAs out there, because you are actually telling your EA or your robot, okay, look, if it gets really crazy out there, don't open so many trade until it, you know, it waters down and it is more stable and calm. Okay, the next thing you should look at is the DD reduction algorithm. Okay, by default it's set to true. Okay, and the number of orders, okay, so this basically tells you that the 6th order, this DD algo would kick in. Okay, so if you have 6 positions open, the 6th one, you start closing with the 1st order, and that's it. Okay, I thought you'll start with 5th and 2nd. No, it won't. So what will happen is, if you have 6 positions open, okay, 6 will close with 1, then you're left with 4, then it slowly build up again. But I noticed that it doesn't close anymore after that. So that means if you have built up, you know, another 6 positions from the time that it closed earlier on, I've not noticed it closing it again. So yeah, it only works once, if I'm mistaken. So unless, you know, you have tested it out thoroughly and you can actually show us otherwise, then yeah, I'll correct this point. Okay, so you can play with this as well. Now, the key feature to any EA is not just all these parameters. Okay, these are stuff which helps you to tweak your appetite, your trade appetite. Okay, but what is important is what indicators are you using? Okay, different EAs, they use different indicators or strategies, if you choose to call them. Okay, but basically they're all indicators. Okay, indicators, basically you slap it on the chart, they tell you how the chart is moving, and then it shows you waves and whatnot and so on and so forth. So for IPG, it is you have a choice of of three different kinds of indicators, if I'm mistaken. Okay, so you have stochastic, you have RSI, you have MA, or hand, which means manual. Okay, so you can choose which indicator you want to use. Okay, and you can fine tune or tweak the settings here. Now, all these settings don't mean anything to you if you cannot see them for yourself on the chart. Okay, so it is very important for you to know what kind of indicators the EA is using, and then slap the indicator onto the chart so that you are able to tweak these settings as narrow as possible, so that you will know for sure that if you open a position or close positions at certain point of the market execution, that kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, RSI, and then this is MA. Okay, so yeah, now let's go to the next part. Okay, oh yeah, why did I, okay, sorry, not supposed to click OK, so cancel it off. Now you would not be able to find accurate values for your EA until and unless you know certain information of the instrument that you're trading on. Okay, information like ADR. What is ADR, Abel? ADR stands for average day range. Okay, ADR, yeah, average day range. ADR basically tells you how much the chart move or the market move for that instrument in the day. Okay, the highest and the lowest point. So if you have that kind of information, and then you find consistency in it, and then you average it, like on Monday it moved that much, Tuesday it moved that much, Wednesday, and go on so forth, and you plot these figures in, and you find an average to it, you would be able to find a very sweet spot, especially for distance. Okay, I'll show you why. Okay, now there I go again, sorry. Okay, now in order to help us to find these important information, I'd like to introduce you to a website. Okay, it's called TradingView. A lot of professional traders are using it, so if the professionals are using it, I don't find it any reason why shouldn't you. Okay, so you just Google tradingview.com, tradingview.com. Okay, and then you see a page that looks like this. Okay, now because I keep looking at gold, so on the right panel here, this section, you'll be able to see gold or whatever instrument that you are trading on frequently. Okay, so look at I want you to look for gold. Gold symbol is actually U. Okay, and then against USD. Okay, XAU USD. Okay, now most of the time we just jump straight into here. Most of the time nobody takes notes of this. Not nobody, well, most people do not take note of this. Okay, most of the people who are losing money, they won't take note of this, that I know for sure. Okay, now if you look at this figure, okay, this was the day's range for gold on Friday. Okay, so basically this figure actually is telling you that on Friday it was, the lowest point was actually 1911 and the highest was 1955. And I want you to take out your calculator and you punch those figures in. This is the amount of points that moved on Friday. So the market moved for the 4,500 points on Friday alone. So with this figure in mind, okay, this is what gold is able to do. Gold can move, this $44, $45. Okay, let's just run it up. Okay, $45. Friday gold moved $45. It is not surprising gold moving $30, $20, $70. Well, quite rarely, but it did happen before. So Go is able to do that. So if you look at this figure, $45, and if you were to look at your board setting, it would be quite wise to be able to take this figure, divide it into half. So $45 divided into half, it will give you $27. That means we are looking at $25 worth of range, and then you got to decide how many positions should or can your board open within that $27 or $25 range. Okay, so now you know what the ADR is. Now you know what range, what's the day range is, and how you should set your board, or what kind of parameters that you should look at. The next thing I want you to do is you go to Strukhov's group and you look for the Martingale Excel calculator that was posted by Welsky. Okay, Carl and myself gave certain idea, and this guy, I thank God that this guy picked it up and actually put it into an Excel. It gives so much a clearer picture on what you should expect and what your EA is gonna do and is able to do. Okay, so I've downloaded it here. Now this is how it looks like. Okay, so you have you can set 4 different kind of settings. Basically, each column or each set, it's a setting by its own. Okay, but what I would love to do is as I change one column in the one that I'm using. Okay, so instead of per pip, okay, I changed this to actually I didn't change this, I added another column, and you can also do this. Okay, you can also do this, and I want you to put in distance. I'll tell you why is it so important. Okay, so what happened is, for those of you who are familiar with Excel, I want you to copy you should know what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'm trying to have a column here so that you tell me at what distance or at what point that I set you give me certain value. Okay, let's do it quickly right now. So distance equals to this one. Okay, and I don't need the decimals. Can I do this? No. So let's change to number. Okay, so distance 200, and for this one is like you take this times 2, okay, equals this times 3, equals this times 4, equals this. Oops. Sorry, please bear this with me. Equals this. I won't do everything, but I'm going to just do some, just enough to sorry, I'm not very good at Excel, so I think you can probably tell it by now. Okay, this times 10. Okay, let's just do 10. Okay, now basically if you were to, let's go back to our terminal and I'll show you why this applies. Okay, let's bring up IPG again. Distance, if you are running on 200 and your multiplier is 1.5, starting lot is 0.01. okay, I'll tell you why it's so important. Let's go back Excel sheet. 200, 0.01, 1.5. okay, so what will happen is this will be the positions. Okay, M level would be the martingale level. Okay, so your first position would be 0.01, second is 0.02, third is 0.02, and it goes on. Okay, now I want you to take note of this. We know for sure that on Friday gold moved $45. Okay, you divide by half, it should give you $25, and if you divide by 200, it should give you around 12 to 13 positions. Okay, now 12 to 13 positions So 12 to 13 positions. Okay, I have 12 to 13 positions. Okay. Let's do 15. Okay. This is where I did. Okay. Now, with this calculator, you would be able to tell also how much money that you should have in your account. Okay, now let's say 12 to 30 positions, right? Let's say your EA couldn't retrace in time, or the retrace room was too small for it to recover. So instead of recovering at, let's say, position 7, closing in profit, it couldn't, and the market just went south side against your EA, and your EA will try to open new orders. Okay, so the 8 position, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now if you were to run your EA on an account with the mentality that many people are sharing with you, that 0.01 lots, you need to have 1,000 US dollar to trade with and it is safe. No, it would not be, because if gold doesn't retrace, for example, at the 12th position or at the 11th position, your account will have already blown. Okay, in fact your margin call will be at the 10th position or something like that, between here 10 and 11, and you have lost 700 US dollars just like that, simply because you are not prepared for your account to retrace. Okay, and you didn't set the right values or the proper values for it to retrace. Now I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Okay, if you were to run on the default settings of 200 distance, you better make sure that your account size is big enough to support at least 15 positions, because if you were to run everything on default, 10 position, 10 right, 10 position, 1.5, 5, maximum lot size is 5, 10 position, okay, lot size is at 3.84. okay, your EA will not be able to open another position which is 11 because of the max order which is at 10 for recovery. That's number one. Okay, another thing is your EA will not have enough money to open a lot 5 size position. That's the next thing. So you should really determine up to which point your EA starts opening positions, and you need to know how volatile, how crazy the instrument you're trading on, so that you would have a rough idea that okay, by the 3rd and 4th position it should recover because I have the ample room for it to do so. Okay, now if you are trading gold like me, a very good guideline is you should work with a distance of at least 500, 525 US dollar, which is giving you 5 positions. You know what I'm saying? If I were to change this to 500, 5 positions, okay, it should give you 5 positions. You will have an idea that in the 5th position it will survive a $35 drop and your account will start to recover. Now talking about account recovery, if you were to run a 1.5 multiplier, your account's recovery would be very, very slow. Slow doesn't mean safe. Slow it simply means that it will need more positions to be opened in order to recover. That is why you will see settings that are not optimized will carry a very high DD drawdown, because it couldn't recover fast enough when the market reverses. Okay, so that's why if you remember what I said earlier, 1.5 is not high if you know what you're doing. Okay, in fact if you're running a distance of 500, let's look at the chart. Okay, I'm going to show you something as well. Let's look at gold. Sorry, I'll be jumping everywhere here and there, but if you follow me, I hope you catch and get something out of it. Okay, so let's look at this is a 1 minute frame. Let's look at the 4 hours one, and let's look at Friday alone. Friday would be, oh yeah. Friday is 20th, right? Yeah, 20th, right? 20th. Is Friday 20th? No, Friday is 21st. Okay, 21st. 21st, which should be around here. Okay, so I want you to take these two. Okay, this one will tell you the price range. Okay, 21st August. This is the highest one. You can draw out of, you know, the you do not need to follow the, you can draw out of the chart. It's okay, because what happened is we are trying to find or mark where the range is. So there's the highest and there's the lowest, and if you look at the figures here, 1911.32 to 1955.84. okay, where is it? 191132, which should be around here. Can I double click and change the value? Yes, I can. Sorry. Okay, 1932, and then 1955.84, 1955.84. So this was the range on Friday alone. Okay, now you can't see much because it's on a 4-hour time frame. Now what I want you to do is you zoom in. You zoom into 1 minute, because that's what we're trading. So this is the range that we are trading on. Too big, can't fit. Oh, okay. So this is the range that we're trading on. Okay. Now you will tell me that, Abel, yeah, that's the highest, that's the lowest. But if you look at a chart, there are just so many opportunities for it to be traced. That's why now the whole point of this video is to help you prepare for the worst. Okay, you don't just look at Friday alone and say that, Abel, it didn't lah, come on, it didn't, you know, there's, if I copy this, you know, whole box and then just put it here, there's enough room for, you know, 2 more clones of it, and you can tell me that your EA for sure will be able to recover. So what I'm going to show you here is, you have the day's range. I want you to half it. Okay, just approximate. Okay, so half it would give you what? You get 44.52, then you half it by 2, you should get 22.26. So what I want you to do is draw a line. Okay, and I want you to customize the line. What was the value? Okay, 22.46. So what's the calculator? Okay, 22.26. Okay, 2226. So you get the earlier value. Bear with me. Okay, 1911.32 plus 22.26. This should give you a middle point. Okay, so 1933.58, 1933 point, not bad. Okay, 1933.58. Okay, so this is your middle point. Okay, middle range. So you should expect gold can fluctuate like this in a day. I'm just giving you a guideline. Okay, this is how it's been working for me, and I hope it works for you too. Okay, so you have now a new value, highest here, the lowest here. So what I want you to do is take here, measure it here. This will be the total distance that you're looking at. Okay, now what I want you to do is 2226, right? So 2226. Okay, now I want you to decide at which position your EA should recover. It will be quite safe to assume, by the fifth position. Okay, by the fifth position, then your EA should recover. So if you want only 5 positions, you take this value, you divide it by 5. This will be your distance, 445. You get what I'm saying? So then you punch the figure in here, 445. Okay, you see this? At the fifth position, you should expect recovery. But what did I tell you earlier? If you were to use a multiplier of only 1.5, your recovery would be very, very slow. So I would recommend you, do this at your own risk, mind you, I would recommend you to increase this to 2.5. Remember, if this value, the higher this value is, the closer the take profit line would be when it retraces, when a new position is being opened. What I'm trying to say is this. Okay, this is a range, right? Okay, let's say we have a line here. So we have one position here. Okay, we have another. Let's estimate here. One position here, one position here, one position here, one position here, one position here. Okay, let's say there were 5 positions open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 positions open. If you were to use a 1.5 multiplier, I noticed that in order for a position started here, if it goes, can I draw on this? I'm still very new to this, so please bear with me. Can I draw? How do I draw? Yeah, I can draw. Okay, let's use a different color. Let's say, okay. Now, if your position started here, why are you moving? If your position started here, oh yeah. Sorry, man. I'm trying. Yeah. Oh, fine. Okay. So if your position started here, and why can't I draw? Hello. Can I draw? Hello, draw? No, I can draw. Sorry. So it started here. Okay. And it moves down to the fifth line, fifth position. Okay. So let's say you have 5 positions open and it goes all the way down until here. Okay. Your DD should stand at 5th position, $463. Okay. Seriously. And the position, oh sorry, this one should be 1.5. Your DD should be at $73. Okay. Now, for it to recover, it would need 2/3 of this length to recover, which means that it will need to go from here to here, somewhere here, for your trade to recover. And it also depends on your take profit. Now this is based on the assumption that your take profit is only at 100. If you set your take profit at 1000, it will be somewhere very close to here, perhaps. Okay, just a guess. Okay, it should be much higher because it takes a longer distance for it to recover, or another 900 points from here. So you go calculate. Okay, but what I'm saying here is that 1.5, okay, you need this line to recover. But if you were to change it to 2.5, now this is based on experience. Okay, I can't really prove it to you right here or show it to you the exact value. Okay, but if you were to change it to 2.5, it should recover somewhere here, half or somewhere below of half. Okay, so this movement, it's a lesser of risk because your your EA do not need to travel this extra distance for it to recover. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so play with these settings because it will help you to decide how to punch in good numbers for your EA to work well. Okay, now I want you to see this as well. Okay, let's remove these lines. Okay, let's go back to Friday. This is the 1 minute chart, right? Okay, Friday. Okay, now everything works, everything happens in minutes. Okay, when it comes to gold, so zoom in. Okay, I want you to I just want to show you something. Okay, now you see a downtrend here. Okay, now if it goes this high and this high, like downtrend started here. Okay, and then it goes up to here. Okay, and the V shape is like it meets almost the same, or having said your 1.5 multiplier, 2/3 of it, so 2/3 should be around here. So if it goes down so much and it reach 2/3 of it, you should have recovered. Okay, and I want you to do something extra as well. I want you to draw this range. See, almost 1,000 points. That is $10 move from here to here. So if you didn't set your EA to survive that kind of move, let's say if you are using back the same settings, 200, 0.01, 1.5, right? $10 move. So $10 move. $10 move, that means your distance should be, I can't because I didn't have this distance set here as well. So let's see, $10 move will be here. This is what you'll be looking at. Okay, this calculator gives you an idea, how much you prepare for that $10 move, and if it doesn't recover, how much more it will go further before your account gets blown at the 10 position. Okay, now the more positions it open, the range or the percentage 2/3 ratio still applies. Okay, so because all these are equidistant, it's not like incremental, exponential, that kind of thing. So 2/3. Okay, so you should expect that if 10 positions are open, it should close with take profit at the 3rd or 4th position, somewhere around there. Okay, so much you need to move. Okay, so that means $20, you go back up a retracement of about $14 for it to recover. 14, 13, 12, that kind of thing. Okay, it's around there. So the chart needs to retrace $12 in order for it to close in take profit. Now you can do this for each and every big move. If it goes down gradually like this, it should be okay. But a good gauge is take those that are with lesser retracement values, like this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, downtrend. Okay, this one I think will be a good one. Okay, yeah, because this one is that high, it goes back about 2/3 here. You're comparing this you're comparing this height to this height. Okay, so this point is about 2/3, so quite likely your positions will have recovered. Okay, when it goes downtrend. Okay, or when it goes uptrend and then it goes down, it should have recovered as well. Okay, let's look at this. This one is a little bit different. You take this point, the highest tip, and take it to here. Now if you notice, this goes down, it goes up to about half doesn't go 2/3. So if you were to run on 200 distance, this is just an example, okay? 200 distance 1/5 multiplier, it only goes half. If it goes down, no retracement, it will go further down here, okay? You end up in a very high DD, okay? So here, and you can actually try to extend it further, and it will show you that I can assume here that if you run on default settings from here to here, from here to here, quite likely your account will have blown. Okay, so tweak it, know what your settings do and how it works. Okay, so back to the terminal. Okay, enough of details. I think I hope you're getting something out of this. Okay, so yeah, max orders, lot size, multiplier, distance, maximum lot. Okay, all this you can calculate and predetermine using this calculator. So like I said earlier, I want my EA to be covered at the 5th position. Okay, so let's say if I were to use 445 100 and then I use 2.5, we cover it at the 4th or 5th position. Okay, now I want you to take this lot size. Okay, so you know you have calculated or expected it to recover at the 5th position, so it doesn't make sense to have your lot to still increase in size, because if you let it to increase in size to lot 5, your risk will go higher as well. So what I would do is I already assume, calculated it will recover at the 5th position. So what I would do is I'll open this, and then the max lot I'll change to 0.39, 2.5, 445. You see what I'm doing? Okay, max orders, I'll keep it at 10 because sometimes it might not retrace within 5, or it might not recover within 5 positions, so keep it at 10. But what will happen is from the 5th position onwards, it will keep opening 0.39 lots, so it will keep your account very well managed, because let's say 5th position is at $22, right? $22. Let's say there was a sudden drop of $50. You wouldn't want to open all these kind of multiplied positions, because $50 will give you around here. You will need this amount of capital in order for your account to survive that $50 drop. You get what I'm trying to say? Okay, compared to if you would have changed all these values to 0.39, the chances for your account to recover is much higher. Okay, so yeah, I'm giving you this. Okay, so settings, we have covered most of it, and I hope you have gotten some insight, or you suddenly feel that you found great revelation that's made to you. Okay, now take profit. If you are not greedy, if I can put it, if you're not greedy, just set it to a value that you want. Okay, 10 pips is all you want. That's it. Once you hit 10 pips, you get up. Okay, do this. Okay, but if you want to have a bigger possibility of earning more, okay, so what you can do is use back the distance 445. So that means there's a maximum, let's say $5 move now. Okay, you can set this to 500. Okay, that's $5, and then what I want you to do is your trail start at 100. So that means once it has hit $1 profit, your trail start will kick in. So that means that this is like the minimum that you accept before your EA closes in a profit or what. Okay, so and then for every consecutive dollar that it has reached, who knows, if there's a sharp fall, fall like this, from here, your EA open position here, if there's a sudden spike like this, okay, or something like this without much of retracement, okay, let's say, assuming, okay, so let's say it has hit profit here and it just shot up, okay, instead of walking away with just $1, you might actually hit $5 somewhere here. Okay, so set your TP higher, kick your trail start at your take profit, and then you have your trail step points at maybe 50 cents. If 50 cents, then you put in 50 here. Or if you want $1, then you put in $100 here. So that means for every $100 it has reached, it will be a new mark for it to close in take profit. Because what will happen is, now, the market will not just go in one direction at one go. There's a rule of thumb. It will go up, it will go down, up, down, up, down. Okay. So what happens is, if your step is set in such a way that it gives it room for it to retrace before it goes up again, so you might be able to reach the next point. So it's like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So set the maximum it can hit. No point setting this to 10,000. Okay. Because it will never reach that. So why bother? Set it to something that's more tangible. Okay. So that if it really spiked up in your favor or in the direction of your favor, it will actually hit it and you just take home $5. Okay. It's not 10,000, which is $100, which is not possible with this kind of, even though gold is so volatile, so maximum you can get only 70 or that kind of thing, so you will never hit 100. That's what I'm saying, gold. Okay, so don't set it too high. So yeah, I also touched on DD reduction earlier on. So I normally turn this off because it only works for the first pair, 6 and 1. It doesn't happen to the next 6 and 1. That's why I noticed. Okay, but if you found that it works for the next 6 and 1, do let me know. I'll put it in that, you can set this, but I don't use it because once it kicks off the highest profiting position with the lowest one, it closes that. If the chart reverses and goes in your favor, you might have just fired or gotten rid of your home run boy, okay, and you'll be in for a longer time of DD. Okay, you could be in. So for me, I will turn this off, but you can turn this on. And then percentage profit, so once it has reached 1% profit difference of 6 position and the first position 1% profit, it will just close. That's it. Now the next thing is playing with the indicators. Okay, now on your terminal, you can actually attach the indicators to it. So for the sake of this video, we're going to look at stochastic because that's what most people are using. Okay, so trend stochastic. Okay, stochastic. Okay, now all these input have been given, or you can set all these inputs. Okay, so if you were to run it on default, the values given here is 533 180 20. Okay, so let's see how does it work. Okay, 533 80 20. I don't know where the one goes to, but okay, 533 80 20. So you click OK. This is how it moves. Okay, so you see these two lines. This is the 80 line, this is the 20 line. Okay, so what it does here, or what this wave band is trying to tell you, is that once the wave hits 80, it should place an opposite position. So if it goes up here, it should put a sell. If it goes down here, it should click a buy. Okay, if I understand it correctly. So these are the points whereby it opens position for IPG default. So you can actually tweak these settings so that if you look at the average, okay, if you were to set that high, these are the only points that you are able to pick up trades. Now, if you want your IPG to be more aggressive, okay, you can set it to a lower figure. What I'm trying to say here is, okay, try to play with this. Click on the crosshair, okay. You see this figure on the right here? 67, 68, 69, okay. Now look at a new average, okay, a new average. Let's say you want it to be here. If you set your line here, you have gotten more positions open, I would say, at all these lower spikes. You see the spikes here, you have gotten these trades as well. This one here as well. So let's say we settle for 70. Okay, so what you do is indicator list, stochastic, double click it to change the value. Okay, levels, change this to 70. Close. So you'll be able to get these trades as well. Okay, this is just the indicator, but what you really need to do is you gotta change this value as well. 70. Okay, I believe the K and D would be how close these two lines are to one another. So if you change this as well, it will affect it differently too. So yeah, this is how you find or you tune your EA to the tightest setting possible. You got to you got to see, you know, what these values give you and how they correspond to your chart. Okay, these are the movements, and this is how they are corresponding to the stochastic chart or indicator. So use all this, because if you don't, then you're just trying to, you know, play lucky, and hopefully it opens position in your favor, and then you'll be asking questions, why are my trades so few, why this, why that? So yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna end this. I think we have covered almost everything. Okay, next thing we're gonna touch on would be max spread. Okay, max spread. Max spread, that means when the chart goes in a wacko momentum, okay, it fluctuates a lot, okay, the spread will increase as well. Okay, so what will happen is I want you to right click here and click on spread, and then you'll be able to see the spread. Okay, so just look at gold. This account is on robo forex, and because it's on a set account, the spread is normally much higher. So on a spread account, on a set account, you should get values like this close to 100. Okay, and if you're on the standard account, you should get something like 65% lesser than this value. So it should be around 30 to 40, that kind of thing. Okay, around there. Now it starts to spike here. So 95, this is the end of the chart on Friday. So towards the end, the spread is 95. So that means from this sudden movement, I believe it's this or this. Okay, this. I click so that you can see the spot. Okay, from this to here, okay, the spread is 95. So if it depends on your trade appetite. If you want to take the risk, okay, what you can do is your pro go. Let's put it out again. Max spread. Where's max spread? Okay, here. So default is at 0. Okay, so that means it doesn't care. So whether volatile market or calm market, sideways market, whatever, you still open positions, okay, once it hits all these points, okay. Now, if you do not want your EA to open any positions in a very volatile market, or at that point of time things go like very crazy, or are going at very crazy, or went very crazy, okay, so max spread here you can set to, let's say 95. Here you can set something lower, so like 80. Okay, so if you set it to 80, so if this spread hits 80, it will not open any position, it will also not close any positions. So there are pros and cons to it. So yeah, decide a value that you want to play with. If you want, you can backtest it as well, put this figure in, and then see how your settings survive in the March, June and July spikes of 2020. Okay, so if you have set this in, most likely your EA or your setting will be able to survive those gold spikes, okay, in March, June or July for the matter. So yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, other than that, I guess the other, well, settings is one thing. It's no point having good settings but then your backbone is not good. Your backbone, they are like, the VPS you're running, the broker that you're on, and then you are not maximizing, your trading efficiency. Okay, so if your VPS is like giving you crazy latency, like 7 to 8 milliseconds of lag time, okay, you can check out the VPS that I'm using. The links are all found in the description box down below. Try use them. Okay, for London server, for brokers that are based in London, I'm getting like 1 ms millisecond. Okay, and since I'm using RoboForex is based in Amsterdam, Netherlands, I'm getting like 2.6 or 2.7 milliseconds, okay, which is actually quite good. And try the VPS. You've got nothing to lose. Why? Because I'm going to give you all these facts because since I'm giving you a handle, why not I give you the whole setup of it, okay, so that you fully benefit from it as well. Okay, one thing good about this VPS I'm using, you get 50% off on your first month if you're a new user. So whatever plans that you choose, you get 50% off from it from the first month. Okay, then if it doesn't work for you, cancel it, you save 50%. Okay, or they have also a 7-day money back guarantee, full. Okay, so it doesn't work for you, contact the customer service. I want to cancel my account, and they refund you in full. And what I like about this VPS too is that this VPS provider is, they are rated on Trustpilot too, so it's no scam, it's no BS, they're quite trustworthy. And yeah, I've migrated to it like last week and be enjoying it, because last week there was one day whereby trades were not coming in, too few trades, and I started to question why. No matter what I did, I for most of you would know that I use antivirus a lot, and then antivirus is based on Bollinger Bands, and then you also see waves like this, and the certain point of the waves, if it hits the chart, the bars, that kind of thing, it will open certain positions. And I noticed that it hit many times throughout the day of that one particular day, but then no position will open. So throughout the day there were only like 5 positions open, and that was very bad. Only I found that it was because of the latency. I was on 7-8 ms. Okay, so yeah, so I decided to try this VPS that is found in the YouTube description box down below, and they've been very good. Okay, so VPS one thing, choose your broker. Okay, how your broker earns money is based on the spread. Okay, this is where you are losing money, because when the spread goes bigger, uh, when the spread goes bigger, lost my train of thoughts. Basically lose money lah. Okay, so especially when the trade when your spread goes bigger, so yeah, that happens a lot. So that's where they profit from you, and that's how they earn money from you for using your services. Okay, and make sure you have a rebate book program. Okay, do sign up for a cash rebate program. I've also attached a link in my YouTube description box, because I got a very nice surprise. August. Okay, this email came in to my email account. It says this, it's giving you 106 free. Yeah, so sign up with a rebate program, open accounts through them, and at no expense on your side, you get cashback rewards, cashback rebates based on close positions. Even though you are losing money, you still get money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope this video has helped you. Told you this video will be long. Thanks for staying 1 hour if you're still there. And if you're not, oh well. Thanks anyway. So if you like this video, click on the thumbs up, subscribe, do whatever you need to. Okay, and use those links. Help me as I have helped you. All the best, and have a great trading week ahead. See ya.